Hello, and welcome to 5 Minutes Fluentcast, the podcast that takes you to fluency. Here, you improve your English naturally, listening to real conversations about everyday life. Let's get started.
Have you ever had those days when you keep working nonstop, but somehow you feel more tired, more distracted, and less productive as the hours go by? A lot of us believe that taking breaks means losing time or being lazy. We think that the more hours we push ourselves, the more we'll get done. But science shows something very different. Today, we're talking about the power of breaks, why taking breaks actually improves focus, creativity, and productivity, and why rest is not the opposite of work, but a part of it.
I really like this topic because many people feel guilty when they take breaks. They think, I should be working more, even when their brain is clearly exhausted. But breaks aren't a weakness. They're a biological need.
Exactly. Our brains were never designed to focus intensely for hours without stopping. Attention is a limited resource. When we use it continuously, it slowly runs out.
And when that happens, we don't stop working. We just start working badly. We make more mistakes, lose concentration, and take longer to finish simple tasks.
That's such an important point. We often confuse being busy with being effective, but when your brain is tired, pushing harder usually gives you worse results.
One thing I find interesting is that breaks don't have to be long to be effective. Even short breaks can reset your attention.
Yes, studies show that short pauses help the brain recover and maintain focus over time. It's like giving your mind a chance to breathe.
I've noticed that when I work for too long without a break, my thoughts become scattered. I start rereading the same sentence or checking my phone without realizing it.
Same here. That's usually a sign that the brain is overloaded. Breaks help interrupt that mental fatigue before it turns into frustration.
And breaks aren't just about resting. They also help with creativity.
Absolutely. When you step away from a task, the brain keeps working in the background. That's why solutions often appear when you're walking, showering, or doing something unrelated.
That's the power of stepping back. Sometimes progress happens when you stop forcing it.
So why do we resist breaks so much? Why do we feel guilty for resting?
I think part of it is cultural. We live in a world that values constant productivity and visible effort.
Yes, being busy looks responsible. Rest looks suspicious.
But the body doesn't care about culture. It follows biology.
And biologically, the brain works in cycles. Focus rises, focus falls, and breaks help reset that cycle.
Another important point is that not all breaks are the same. Scrolling on your phone doesn't always rest your brain.
Exactly. Some breaks are actually more stimulating than the task itself.
Good breaks usually involve changing mental state, moving your body, breathing, looking away from screens.
Even simple things like standing up, stretching, or going outside for a few minutes can make a big difference.
And real breaks don't need to be perfect. They just need to give your brain a pause from constant input.
Over time, taking breaks consistently helps prevent burnout. Burnout doesn't happen overnight. It builds slowly.
Breaks act like pressure valves. They release stress before it becomes overwhelming.
And when breaks are part of your routine, productivity becomes more sustainable. You don't depend only on willpower.
You work with your brain instead of against it.
So, breaks are not wasted time. They're an investment in focus, clarity, and long-term performance.
Rest is not something you earn after exhaustion. It's something you need to prevent it.
When you respect your limits, your work actually improves.
Here's a simple practice you can try today. Work for 25 to 40 minutes, then take a real 5-minute break.
During that break, step away from screens, move your body, or just breathe. Notice how your focus feels when you come back.
Small pauses, repeated daily, can completely change how your day feels.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Fluentcast.
We hope this conversation helped you rethink the role of rest in your life.
Remember, taking breaks doesn't slow you down, it helps you go further.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Fluentcast.
If you enjoyed this conversation and learned something new,
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
we post new episodes with real English and real ideas about life.
You can also download the PDF with the full transcript of this episode. The link is in the description below.
And here's an important tip. Try listening to this same episode every day for 1 week.
Repetition helps you understand more deeply, notice new expressions, and improve your listening skills.
This is how real learning happens, naturally and step by step.
See you next time.
Bye.